Hello, everyone. My name is Khalil T. Turner, and my presentation is on discretion and safety differences. So, this video will cover topics that are within the technology world to elaborate and to determine which outcomes are the best possible solutions that we, the citizens of this world, are facing, even within the new year 2021. The entire world uses the internet to compose things for work, education, or even for personal use. While surfing the web, we tend to forget about our precious network, privacy, and security outcomes. This study will show multiple things that we have as a whole that is tearing us down with individuals being hacked for their personal information and individuals who want the extra security measures to make sure they are protected while researching or even simply scrolling through TikTok. In addition, it will also show the approach that has been taken in order to lessen the formalities and to conclude concrete solutions that even a consumer can act upon in order to present certain misgivings. And the PowerPoint will also show how it could be ethical and unethical in many point of views, depending on your opinion. So, with the introduction, the world of technology is so vast and open to many possibilities since consumers are able to literally research any and everything. While surfing the web, we tend to forget about our own safety and our own digital trail along with our digital footprint. And this is where the network security and privacy matters are tested. As a regular internet user, IT specialist, and even a restaurant owner has access to the internet and are doing very important matters such as banking information, social security matters, payroll, and or students checking their grade online. Even within the year 2021, we are faced with hackers and different types of scams that are not only directed at certain groups, but also the issue has been directed at individuals who are just trying to live their normal life. Like, really, to be honest, who hasn't received a phone call from someone called Scam Likely or receive a text message talking about junkyard cars or something like that? So, hacking has been a persistent concern within the technology world and the world in itself. Um, Companies have been trying to tackle down computer hacking, but to our knowledge, it's never going to go away. The only thing that we are able to do is contain it to a smaller form. Um, it might spike here and there, but it's really not that much that we can really do. Like I said, the only thing that we can really do is place preventative care, such as software engineers to be there on point, programmers to make sure that nothing is getting tampered with, things like that of that nature. In prime example, on the PowerPoint, you can also see that I stated the Lizard Squad. If anyone knows the Lizard Squad is basically a group of people who went ahead and hacked Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft back in 2014. And they said they just did it for absolutely no reason, just for fun, just to test their abilities. There has been many forms of way of hacking. Phishing, Trojan, and keylogging are different programming softwares a computer hacker can use in order to evade consumers and private business privacies. Um, Phishing is mostly the number one. Trojan is almost on the same. Basically, it's where the hacker sends a user a link through their phone, text messages, emails, or anything of that nature, and they just go ahead and, you know, send send the link and everything. And once you click on it, the hacker is able to get into your IP address and able to get into your mainframe and start either going through your personal information, key logging, which is basically they see everything that you're typing, everything that you're um, going in the computer, every time you click back, go forward, refresh, things stuff like that. And below, I have a video from CNBC where it shows a Russian hacker can break into someone's computer within a couple of minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and just watch it from here.
So I I am joined here by Mike Sasanskin from Synac. You're going to show us how easy it is to hack into a computer. So this is my personal computer.
So in this attack, we will pretend to be a wireless access point that you normally connect to, let's say, in a hotel. So if you go in there and you try to log into something called Four Seasons Guest.
Okay.
As you'd expect, it's, the Wi-Fi is around, you'd want to be able to connect to it, and a person who just arrived will think, I'm a guest, I should connect to the guest network.
Sure.
So now if you go to a website that you would normally use, like yelp.com.
Okay.
And normally what happens when you go to a website just after you've logged into a hotel network, it says, oh, please log in, you're a new user. So here it's asking for your room number and last name, which it would normally do. Right? And actually I can see your information show up here. And so part of the attack is that it tries to convince you that you need to do an update. Your machine is out of date and it's vulnerable. So you want to click on the download button because it's sort of convincing you to do this. And once you've executed, that's it. You already have been exploited. I can see it here. It says Aditya's MacBook. Let's say if I want to take a screenshot of your of your webcam, right?
Okay.
So I have a special command here for essentially accessing your little camera right here. If I say execute, there we go.
I just saw a green light pop up there. For a second.
For a second, but now it's already too late. And I already know what's going on around you.
Oh wow.
There we go. This particular attack, it recorded the picture, but you can actually record the video. You can also record sound if you wanted to.
That's really disturbing.
You can execute things on the behalf. So what I'm going to try to do is actually open the calculator application.
Okay.
There we go.
There's my calculator. It just popped up.
I can basically execute any types of commands I want on your behalf.
So, what can people do to protect themselves?
You should sort of be on the lookout for anytime you sort of do an action and then the computer asks you to do something on your behalf. Like, you downloaded something and said, hey, please enter your password. If you didn't expect that to happen, maybe you should kind of stand back a little bit and say, well, does it normally happen when I log into a Wi-Fi access point? Or if you are logging into a network and you didn't expect to be redirected to an update page, you should kind of stand back a little bit and say, actually, I'm not going to download this until I go home and I can trust my Wi-Fi.
Well, thank you so much. Great to see this.
Glad to have the opportunity to hack your machine.
Thanks.
Ooh, that was very interesting. And like he said, as you can see, he just went ahead and just logged into a regular internet access, and he was able to see everybody's information, name, and everything of that nature.
How easy it is to hack.
Okay. So, a virus that can be installed into a user hardware, software component in order to infect the user computer, laptop, or even tablet. Most Trojans are sent via email, hence what the spam folder is used for and to prevent the hackers to do anything. But normally, the mail systems such as iPhone users, not normally sure about Android and Windows, but I know for a fact Apple devices, they normally will send the spam emails automatically. We don't even get a chance to see them unless you manually check them. And like I mentioned before, keylogger is the simplest one out of them all. When the hacker infects a user system, they are able to record every single keylog and stroke to their desire. Also, while having this program, it allows the hacker to take over the hardware component, such as the keyboard or the disk storage. So, for the resolution, we have things such as Norton or McAfee, which are the two strongest virus network security defenders that we have so far in 2021. There's also minor things that you can use, such as VPNs to work on a private network or things of that nature. As we concluded that hacking is never going to disappear on its own, so we just have to do things that on our own to protect ourselves. Such as, prime example, like coronavirus, we wear a mask to protect ourselves and others as well. So why not do that? Now, with the global ethical analysis, not only the United States are going through a constant battle with hacking and data theft, but also the entire world. For example, During the 2016 president election with the former 45th president, Donald J. Trump, there was some concerns that Russia hacked into the United States mainframe to steal data and to manipulate majority of citizen votes so that he can become the president of the United States. He disclaimed these allegations, but there has been evidence showing that Russia did tap into the United States mainframe. Now, for some, would say this is unethical, which, in my opinion, yes, I say is unethical due to the fact that you're breaking into a foreign country mainframe. You're breaking into a foreign people mainframe. People that you and your country do not know. You and your country has a different system from ours, and you breaking into their system behind their backs and stealing all type of information to use for yourself. And vice versa is unethical if, say for example, President Trump is found on the accounts that he has been sending information back and forth with Russia so he could gain an advancement within the preliminaries of, getting into the presidency. And a lot of people would say that it is ethical due to the fact that from the views of Trump and his supporters, they see that the things that he are doing is ethical and going to help our country into moving forward. And here's also a short video to give you a little refresher about what we went through.
Over the past 2 years, Special Counsel Robert Mueller's team, along with America's top intelligence agencies, have demonstrated one clear fact. The Russian government meddled in the 2016 presidential election. This is the first glimpse we got into Russia's interference in the election. It's the summer of 2016, and hacked and stolen emails from the Hillary Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee are publicly released, some via the website WikiLeaks. Cybersecurity experts quickly suggest Russians were behind the hack, but no evidence is provided. Candidate Donald Trump routinely downplayed suggestions that Russia was interfering.
It could be Russia, but it could also be China. It could also be lots of other people. It also could be somebody sitting on their bed that weighs 400 pounds, okay?
As the presidential campaign continues in the fall of 2016, American intelligence officials brief members of Congress that the Russian government is looking to interfere in the election. In September, at the
Whew, that is a lot of information. So as you can see that Russia, Trump did say that Russia didn't have any connections. He tried to steer it off to China. But even if it was China per se, it would still be the same. It would be unethical.
Over the past...
Okay. And for the conclusion, technology is evolving into something more powerful than how it was literally a microsecond ago. Literally, every second, even the second that I'm talking to you guys right now, technology is evolving to something new. To be honest, we just got the PlayStation 5. We might have a PlayStation 6 in the midst right now. And as things rises, there are some things that are to halt the process of something good. For example, computer hacking has been a costly issue for years, and it can be quite hard to handle because hacking is such an issue that it's not going away anytime soon, but can be managed by doing certain procedures such as purchasing and downloading antivirus software such as Norton, McAfee, that will be embedded into the user system and give an extra shield to protect their valuable information.